We just I'm gonna have to ask B on that one because I don't know how she like they changed StreamYard around and Beatrice set it up the last time. DK,
Right.
and not the B, but somebody who's had a chance to spend some time with the wonderful Beatrice Buckley, Amanda Kruger, Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Um, all right, so ladies and gentlemen, tonight I got a great guest, somebody that I've met, her and her husband Richard, at several Crypticons going back to 2019, 2020, I
Yeah,
believe.
probably right
That's
before
how
the
Richard,
pandemic.
because you missed a lot, and I recently missed you, but I met Richard several times, so I was glad to finally meet you a few
Yeah.
years
Well,
back now.
I think it was kind of a case of I was busy working and handling and doing stuff like that. He tends to get around a little more because he gets a little more antsy and likes to wander and talk to people. So, you know,
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's always like, I mean, you see him once, you cannot forget that man. He's just a
oh,
staple of Crypticon on
yeah,
both ends. And me and you were talking, and you guys are heavily involved in the Minnesota Crypticon. I know you guys. I mean, the
yeah.
Chaz and the Crypticon family. What you guys all do as a team is amazing, and amazing people from all the way down to security and just everything. So big shout out to everybody who's been at Crypticon and continues to go to Crypticon and the Crypticon family. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Glad to be here and represent. I love that part of my family. They've become a huge thing. I've been going to Crypticon. I think we've only missed 3 years
You're
out of
missing
all of
one
them.
this year, and I'm missing one this year, and that's why we
Oh,
had to get together.
yeah, I'll be sadly missing KC, but we will be at Minnesota, so we'll be
I
there.
know. Happy anniversary for a special reason. How many
Thank
years?
you.
What anniversary is this for you guys?
Uh, 30 years married, and in November it'll be 35 together.
Wow, that's amazing. Big,
I
biggest
know.
round of applause for that. There's another anniversary tomorrow, a big one. My mom and dad's anniversary is tomorrow, June
How many
19th. They're
years?
celebrating. They couldn't remember, so I put the math together because my mom was married when she was 21. She just turned 75. So it is their 54th anniversary tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, so big shout out.
Wow.
Love you, mom and dad.
Oh,
They're
I
going to be,
love your folks.
uh, they're, people don't remember me at conventions. They remember my mom. Even the lady who does the makeup, always forget her name. I was in Minnesota last year, and I always spend time with her and see her. Her and my mom sit and smoke cigarettes all day and talk or whatever. She couldn't remember who I was without my mom, but it's a tendency of a lot of people. It's like, you sat with my mom all weekend. The shirt, no, my mom's scooter.
Right?
Everybody remembers
Couldn't
that.
be more obvious with the shirts you wear.
Yeah, but I guess I'm an easy guy to forget. My mom's just a memorable character in general. But yeah, I started off with Crypticon back then. It was the first thing. I didn't even never been to a convention. I'd never put on a table, and I just had some stuff. And Crypticon, it was in a different venue. You guys had that really really big one, um, and it was my first year. It was crazy, and I learned a whole lot. But it was a lot of fun. I had some cool pieces. I didn't go there to really sell anything. I just kind of wanted to show some things and hang out with my guys, which I still love to do. But people really loved all the artists and talents, and you guys
Oh, yeah.
kind of started my convention love.
Why'd you choose Crypticon? What was the big draw?
I just saw it was in Kansas City, and we're in Missouri, so it was kind of like I had missed it the year before. I saw a flyer, I think, at Vintage Stock. And it was that weekend the year before. It was like I was Sunday and it was the last day. I'm like, oh man, I didn't realize. And then the following year, I kept my eyes open for it. And, sure enough, got to meet the Crypticon family. And I've seen you guys so many times now. And the old venue was cool, but this new venue, the one you guys have been using for this will be the third year in Kansas City, I believe, for that
Yeah.
one. It's
Yep.
amazing. As far as setups and going to a convention and hanging out, Kansas City and for families is really, really nice because everything's together. The breakfast buffet is amazing. And
Fabulous.
I love it. I love it. And we'll start off with a little bit of Kansas City, and then we're going to talk about Minneapolis because Minneapolis is huge. That is one of my favorite ones because it's in the hotel building, but no matter where you go, you're finding something new or something fun. I mean, you do need a full day to go through Minnesota and see everything.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to cover everything and actually get a really, really cohesive experience, yeah, you got to spend open to close, and
Oh,
then afterwards, you got to hit up the party rooms. I
Oh,
mean,
the party rooms are fantastic. I mean, um, you go upstairs and they make some really good hard apple cider and, some really, really cool drinks that a lot of these people come up with. And it's
yep,
always a lot of fun. And there's always different rooms. There's always something going on in Minnesota. Minnesota is definitely the party Crypticon in a sense, where it's just there's so much to do at Crypticon Minnesota. And again, going back, we're going to talk even more about that. We're going to go over the guest list there. And Kansas City, my parents are coming. A lot of people are coming that I brought in. And with the store I got open, people have been coming and seeing the flyers. I've been moving a lot of them. And people are
oh
really
good,
that maybe never heard of Crypticon have heard about it. They're excited to bring their family and friends. And, of course, I brag about the whole event. I think this year, Crypticon Kansas City and Minnesota, I mean, you guys always have some really cool, great guests, but this year is really, really special, really, really cool. And
Like,
it's really not just
Chaz is
horror.
yeah, Chaz is pulling out a lot of stops. He's bringing together some reunions at both places. He's just really throwing it all out there this year.
We were so close to Kansas City to have Ron Howard. So
Uh,
I know, like, I have, like, with what I do, so many. I mean, that was exciting. But then you see Steve Gutenberg, Police Academy, and then you guys
yes,
announced Michael Winslow there, and then
yep,
Tochi. And I got a chance to meet Tochi because they had the Return of the Living Dead, Return of the Revenge of the Nerds, if I can spit it out, in Indianapolis, and he just happened to be sitting right by, and I spoke to him for a little bit. Super great guy. The Revenge of the Nerds people seem really awesome with the fans, and I love that they're out there. You guys got them in
yes,
Minnesota.
yeah. And
Tony
their
Cox.
management, their management has been working with Chaz a lot, bringing a lot of his clients to our shows. So it's fun to get different people, but still with the same manager, and they're usually pretty great people. So that helps.
Yeah, and I know how hard it is just from observing all these conventions, especially jazz and some of these bigger conventions, how much work and how much of a team atmosphere and how important the family aspect of it is to do what you guys do. And I remember my first year, we got really lucky at Kansas City because uh, the shot had come out and everybody took it and everything opened up again. And then like a week after Crypticon or 10 days, people were starting to break out again. So we were so lucky to get Crypticon out that year. And then it was like
Yeah,
we didn't have one the following year, like nobody really did. And then, coming back, I know that's a stepping stone because everybody was just kind of waking up, I think, again, and life was going on. It was awesome that Crypticon came back and did what they did. And each year
yep,
it just seems like since that part two, like you said, Chaz is just making some great connections. People are seeing what a great guy he is, what a great people the Crypticon family are. And you guys have been around over 20 years now, right?
yeah. I think Minneapolis is on its what, 17th or 18th year. That's bad. I should know that, but
Well,
I
yeah,
think
but
it's
it's
17 or
amazing.
18.
But that's
Yeah.
amazing too, because it's so hard to do a convention. It's so hard to have that longevity, and chess is always keeping it fresh. Like I said, this year's guest list, especially with what I do and the pop culture that's coming along, a lot of Star Wars, a lot of The Walking Dead. We had to have one Christian Soroto. I probably butchered her name,
Christian
from The
Serrato.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, she, unfortunately had to cancel last minute, and then you're bringing in and actually somebody I'm really excited to meet.
Diedrich. Yes.
Yeah,
That's exciting. Oh, John, you froze. Uh-oh.
I think I
Oh,
froze.
there you are.
Yeah, it's the basement and it's a little bit of Wi-Fi connection issues, I guess. But I'm not sure where I got cut off. But yeah, I mean that's really cool. You're bringing them in. I mean, I was really surprised that that was the replacement. It's like, wow, that's you lose one awesome, cast, The Walking Dead, one amazing actress, Selena, and you're bringing in another. I mean, that's
Yep,
cool. And it was the same thing
absolutely.
with Carrie Payton. You brought in the princess from The
Yep,
Walking Dead.
yep.
I'm
So,
terrible with
hey,
names unless I'm looking. So there's so many names and so many people you meet that I don't even try. We'll go through them all when we look them up. But
well,
yeah,
it's
I think,
hard.
oh, it is. It is. The Walking Dead, I think it's really cool. Abraham, one of my favorite characters, Michael Kudlitz, being there is going to be awesome. Um,
Yep.
and like I said, the venue there is so much fun. I got so many people excited to go. I got people every day asking about Crypticon and excited that they're going. I handed out a bunch of T-shirts, so bringing that DK Army stuff and come with love for Chaz and the Crypticon team. And we're gonna miss you.
Yep.
It's just not gonna be the same without you and Richard.
Oh, well, thanks. That's nice to hear, although y'all will do just fine without us.
We'll make it, but it definitely, it'll be. I know we're all gonna miss you there, but you got your anniversary coming up, and you guys got a pretty
Yeah.
amazing trip. You were telling me.
Yeah. So
So,
it'll be fun. We kind of, it's hard to do two trips so close together. You know what I mean? Not just expense wise, but just time wise with work and everything else. It's hard to plan.
so 19 years old. Minneapolis is 19 already.
19. Okay. All right.
I, I'm gonna miss the Minneapolis show. Like you said, even the after hours, there's just so much to do. It's such a fun event. So, I'm definitely gonna be thinking, I'll be somewhere else, but I'll definitely be thinking about Minneapolis and checking all the posts and everything from everybody.
Well, and Kansas City kind of they don't have the party rooms like that, although I want to say I heard some rumors they might be trying to, some people might be trying to put some together this year. I'm hoping, but they do have, like you said, that buffet at the hotel. Fabulous.
And
That,
they'll have the bands play too outside. They
yeah,
they had a great setup
exactly. So
last
we
year. They
still
had
have
some
that
great
down
bands.
there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's
Yep,
always some fun, especially when the hotel's right where the convention is. You
yep.
don't have to worry about too much. You get to, really. Kansas City is a smaller but more intimate. Minneapolis is bigger with more party, but they both are amazing events. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't, if you go to either one and you're bored, there's something wrong with you.
Well, in Kansas City, you can always hang out down in the lobby by the bar like we did like last year.
Yeah, yeah, we had
It's
a great time. I
yeah,
like that though. I
absolutely.
get tired at 9:30. I have trouble with VIP parties now. I do.
You and me both.
But
You
it's
and me
nice to
both.
be able to sit down in something like that after the show where everything's kind of calm too. Sit with my parents, have something to eat, sit down with you and Richard or something, and just
Yeah.
interact and talk to everybody. And
Yep.
I don't know, it's just a special family that Crypticon has, and I can't believe it's already not this weekend, next weekend. It's like, oh
Yeah.
man, I got a lot to do.
I know it comes up really fast.
It does. It does. I mean, there's like it. it felt like I was missing conventions for a while. I did one in the beginning of March, and that was a lot of fun. I went to Evansville. Matt Grisham puts on a great convention there and had a blast. But it feels like a long drought, 3 months, and then it's like it's already here. And yeah, but I'm so excited. I'm so glad it's my hometown one too to really kind of kick off the year and be able to celebrate everything that Crypticon brings with the Crypticon family and my family in a
Yep,
couple weeks. I mean, you can't beat it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The sad thing about it is a lot of the time, whether it's Kansas City or here, some of us only get to see each other that once a year, maybe twice if we're lucky, you know. There's some Kansas City family that doesn't, isn't able, they work Crypticon there, but they aren't able to come here. But
Yeah.
then there are some that do, which is great. We love that. The first time we started bringing in folks from Kansas City Crypticon to integrate them up here in Minneapolis was wonderful. It was such a good idea, and they were all so great, and we all just kind of worked together so well that now we've been going down there, they've been coming here. So it is truly one big family.
Well, once I learned about Kansas City, like I said, I was new, and then I heard, oh, Minneapolis, I'm there. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun, and it was. I mean, like I got to meet. I've met Richard, but I've met so many different people between both events. And like you said, a
Sure.
lot of them now go to both of them either way. Once you
Mhm.
kind of get adopted by the Crypticon family, you just got to go together. It's a family thing. Chaz has such a huge family, a big heart, and he does so much just in general as a parent, as a father. And, I mean, he showed me he used to be a heavy guy. I was like, get the hell out of here. So we even talked about the old days, and that was still a lot of fun talking to Chaz. But I'm gonna get out of
I
here,
know.
because
Him and
he
his
loves it.
wife are just amazing human
I
beings.
love it.
And when we started working with Crypticon, Nick and Imogen were running it and kind of working it. Chaz was kind of off in the background, and I hadn't even met him. And then got introduced to him one year, and he made me feel so comfortable right away and was really welcoming and happy to know that I wanted to work in Kansas City also. He was really welcoming that way. And it's been great working with him ever since. He's always happy to see me, ready with hugs. He's great. I
He
mean, I
might be
couldn't
the
ask for a
chillest dude
better
ever.
boss.
He might be the chillest dude ever. I mean, he always, once things are going, yeah, I mean, maybe I just don't see it, but it never seems like he's in panic mode. It's like, all right, this has to be done, get it done. But he doesn't get like where he's pulling his hair out. And like you said, you really wouldn't know because he really lets everybody else get the attention. He never gets the attention he deserves unless you kind of know him because he's just kind of hanging out and overlooking
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Well, and he does. He's kind of a quiet, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of a quiet strength there that is going to back you up. If you absolutely need him, he's totally there for you.
oh,
But he
believe me,
also
Chad.
lets his other people take the reins and do what needs to be done. And then they go to him if they need something. So, it's kind of nice that he gives everybody that control, but is there as a base.
Chaz has given me a lot of love and guidance over the year. I'm sure there's been moments where he just wanted to strangle me, and I don't blame him. But he's always been good, and I absolutely love the dude, and we always have really good conversations, and we always get along, and we're always excited to see each other. It was cool. I mean, actually, where I got the store at Superfleet, I had met up with him to get the flyers, and we went to one outdoor, and then we went to Superfleet. I mean, like, this wouldn't be too bad. So I kind of thank Chaz for getting me in the store too, in a sense, because I wouldn't have known about it.
See,
And me and my buddies are having a lot of fun hanging out there and showing off all the different talents from these artists. And as you can see, we got some new stuff in for Crypticon.
I was gonna
That's
say
going to be
you
great.
always have some really cool stuff at your table. Like there's
Yeah.
always some of the same type of stuff for the return people who love that stuff, and then you always bring in something new and fresh. So it's fun.
Yeah, we always try to twist it around. I mean, we did a lot of skateboard decks. We'll still be doing those.
Hmm.
We feature a lot of Lonnie McCollum. We've been working. We got the new Malachi up there, and these pieces
Yes.
are amazing. He just started doing the Art the Clowns, and actually, I'm like, can you make a bloody version? And he was nervous to do it because blood can be, tricky. He wanted to make sure it was right, and he killed it on that one. So I got the
Oh my
first party
God.
one. I got another Arnold coming in. I got some amazing stuff. I got a sloth from the Goonies that looks amazing. So we're bringing some really,
Nice.
really cool stuff this year, like always. And some of the old, some of the new. We always try to change it out, feature something new and different. This year is not going to be disappointing. We got a big year
Absolutely.
planned and a cool, cool table. And I'm also going to be joined by Glam Goria, Heather Gonzalez, and she's been a friend. She's helped me out at Evansville, and she's a great teammate. And it allowed me to do what I need to do, spend more time with the family. And she brings all this awesome scents and perfume and body lotions and bath stuff, and everybody loves it. She's busy, so it's something I don't have at the table that she's bringing that adds even more to it as well. So
That's something sad I'm gonna miss because I caught her on one of your lives and I went and checked out her stuff and it looked so fabulous. I'd really love to, hit her up at her table and stuff, but I'll be missing
well,
her.
I'll make sure that I get you a gift basket. I'll buy a gift basket and I'll send it to you, or have Chaz take it to you when he gets back or something.
Oh,
We'll let you test some of it out because
yeah,
it's
her
cool.
stuff looks
Yeah,
so
David, I
good.
got the sloth. It's at the store. That's why it's kind of bare here. But yeah, this sloth piece by Lonnie McCollum is.
Hey,
Have you
David.
seen the Freddies I've had and these other things? This thing is spot on with the Superman shirt, the piece of hair sticking up, and you're looking like he's saying, "Hey, you guys," So it's a really, really cool piece. I was excited about it. We got the Cenobites coming in. We got so much stuff coming. I got to pick and choose what I'm going to take to the event, to not be killing myself and not have so much stuff and luckily the shop's only 20 minutes. So if I need to go grab more, if somebody's interested in something, I can hit it the next
Yeah,
morning, or I can hit it
yeah,
that day, or something.
that
So
is
it's
true.
cool. Yeah,
Or
that's
if you
what's nice
sell
about
out of a bunch of stuff, hopefully, then you can
it.
just
Yeah.
go
Oh,
replenish.
I always do well at Crypticon. The guests, the people that come are always amazing. And speaking of the guests, and I know we got some great vendors as well going, but I got the Crypticon Kansas City guest list, so we can go through that and talk about them.
Awesome.
And then we're going to hit on Crypticon too, because there's a lot of the guests from Kansas City going to Minneapolis, but you guys have even more guests going to Minneapolis and some really
Oh
cool
yeah.
ones that I want to talk about that I'm definitely going to
Both
miss too, not being there.
Oh yeah. Both places have a great lineup this year. So
Oh, they do. They do. I
yeah.
love and I got to say, Kansas City, I was really excited. We lost one of the great Friday the 13th actresses, and she was supposed to be at the event. She was also my friend Peter Anthony's movie Roseblood.
Oh yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Lar Park Lincoln. You're going to be
Yes.
missed. I had a chance to meet her a couple times, and it was really cool talking to her. She really, really nice, and I spoke to her about Roseblood, and it was great having her come back and reprise her role. And she had the greatest things to say about her castmates you know from everything. So a big
Well,
shout out to you, Peter Anthony. I know Peter, it really hurt his heart, and he's become a great friend. And
and
he's
along with her coaching skills, like she was doing her acting coaching too, and just lending
yeah,
so much, not just with her on-screen talent, but with her behind the scenes stuff to the whole industry, which was great. I mean, she was
she was
priceless.
sweet. Yeah, she was sweet, and it had gone way too soon, and it was shocking. I think everybody was in shock. And yeah, rest in peace, Lar. You will definitely be thinking of her at Crypticon weekend. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll go through this. We got Warwick Davis, Willow, Return of the Jedi, Leprechaun. I got some cool Leprechaun pieces. I got a great Leprechaun skateboard deck we're bringing in. Also, Lonnie McCollum did one of the bus. So we're gonna have some Leprechaun there. I got some Straka Leprechaun, some cool. One of the most fun people I met her at Minneapolis was Jennifer Bonko. She is wild. She is fun. So cool.
I I adore her. She is so much fun. I got the pleasure and the opportunity to work with her as her handler when she was in Minneapolis.
I think
And
you probably saw me. I was probably at the table when I was there. I was a little bigger then. I didn't really
I'm
have anything. I
sure,
had a. You probably met so many people. It was before you knew me, but yeah, she was
true.
fun that weekend. She was.
Oh my
She's,
God, just a hoot and totally uncensored and real. Like she was
oh,
just a real person with everyone.
she was when I talked to her. You know, and she was. I mean, she couldn't have been any more friendly. And she
Hmm.
told me about herself and everything, her whole journey and all her ups and downs. I mean, she was an open book, but of sweetness and energy. I mean, that girl is a ball of energy. I'm glad
Oh
she'll
yeah.
be at Crypticon Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
Um, so many cool roles, and yeah, she's a lot of fun. Tony Cox, I'm a huge fan of. Me, myself, and Irene when he kicks Jim Carrey's ass. He's Martin, Willow, Return of the Jedi,
Bad
Spaceballs,
Santa.
Bad Santa's huge.
Yep.
So I'm really excited about him. Hey, Phil Fondacaro, you got him coming as well. Of course, Terrifier, you got David Howard
Mhm.
Thornton, John
Great guy.
Abrams. Yeah, yeah, I got obviously some great Terrifier stuff, some great Art the Clown stuff, unique stuff by these talented artists. I got the ones you see behind me. I got two skateboard decks, Art the Clown skateboard decks coming. One's a crossover Christmas one, Terrifier 3, one more that has oh, I'm at the wrong one here. Like what? Samantha Scafidi. We
Scafidi.
got
Yep.
the. I probably messed up her name, but Samantha. I'm excited to meet her. I haven't had a chance to yet, and I got some Scott Straka original. We got some skateboard decks, one with her in it, and really, really cool. Emil
Well, and
Kincaid.
I know she's not on this list, but we have Amelia Kincaid coming too, who played the little pale girl, the little
Oh,
miniature
she
art.
was awesome. I got some
Yeah.
original stuff. I missed her in part three. I was hoping they'd bring her back too. But maybe for part four, I thought she was fantastic. I thought it was a cool, fun
Yes.
character, and I love the
Yes.
look. It was really cool, and she seems nice. I met her at Carolina Fear Fest.
Okay.
You got John Abrams coming, House of Wax, Scary Movie, Kids, Terrifier 3. Um,
Nice guy.
and you got more Star Wars again. You got Christine Galley and Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Skeleton Crew. So she's really busy out there working right now on these Disney films. We got Ken Foree, the man, the myth, legend. Love that guy. Really, really cool guy. I was lucky enough to sit with him on the panels and talk to him for a bit.
Oh,
And I've
fun.
met him several times. Just one of the most down to earth, cool guys, but an incredible legend.
Yep. Very, very, again, just a real guy. He's just, yeah.
And then, I mean, you can't beat Bill Moseley. I actually got a thousand House of a Thousand Corpses pieces. I won't have it in time, and it's massive. It's life size, and it was like, do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. So,
Um,
yeah, yeah, I'll show that when I get it. It's pretty cool. I got it from the guy who he's doing Living Dead dolls. He also does
okay.
some work. Yeah, yeah. So I'm excited about this piece. So Bill Moseley, everybody's favorite Jason, or seems to be. I think he's awesome. I love the movies. Friday the 13th,
CJ
Part
Graham.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Keen
Yeah.
Hodder. Well, CJ Graham's great too. I
Oh,
like him.
CJ Graham is coming
We
to
didn't talk a lot of
Minneapolis.
Michael
Sorry.
Myers, me and CJ Graham. He likes having those conversations.
CJ Graham is coming to Minneapolis. Sorry, that was my,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was like, oh wow, that's a surprise one. Yeah, CJ was in
Nope.
Kansas City
Yes.
last year, and then you got Ginger Lynn, a lot of Rob Zombie movies, American Pie, Band Camp, Vice Academy, all great movies, all a lot of fun. A legend of the screen, so it's cool she'll be there. And as we just said, Diedrich Bader, that's awesome. That's really cool. You're gonna miss them there, but I know you got a lot of them coming also to Crypticon. So someday you might
Yeah.
miss in Kansas City. They'll be there. Clint Howard, everybody loves the Ice Cream Man himself. Had a
Oh my
great
God.
role in Terrifier 3. Really, really cool. Really excited to see him. He's been a busy man as well.
Oh yeah.
We got the Gutenberg,
Uh,
Brian Kochi, Michael Winslow, Police Academy Reunion, Short Circuit with Gutenberg. Such a great movie.
so
Brian
excited
Kochi,
for that one, but so sad I'm gonna miss that one.
I know, I know. Well, you guys got a different reunion, and I've met quite a few of them, and they're really, really cool people. I was lucky to go to
Yeah.
uh, the 13X Studios. Rick Stasinski hooked me up with a VIP pass in Indianapolis. So I was at the Revenge of the Nerds kind of party that they did. So that was a lot of
Oh,
fun. Yeah, yeah, super cool. And of course, one of my a guy who's become a really, really good friend, um, Doug Tate. Freddy versus Jason the End Scene, Hellboy, the newer Hellboy, the 2019, I want to say, Halloween Kills, Annabelle Comes Home, the Jack Link Sasquatch. If you haven't seen the Jack
yes.
Link Sasquatch, that's the man, and they're hilarious. They're hilarious commercials. Love Doug Tate. I'm so glad he's gone. Let's see, we already went through. Oh, keep going. I keep hitting Minneapolis too. I'm like, oh, he is going. Um, as an Evil Dead fan, Robert Kurtzman going is super cool as well.
Yep.
Michael Kudlitz, I mean, love this list. Paulo Lazaro, Tom O'Connell, Chris Bartlett. It's just a stacked cast. And a lot of these Star Wars guys are with the Ahsoka series and Mandalorian. That's really cool for the kids. The kids are going to love this event. And us big kids are
Well,
going to love the Police Academy, and then everybody loves these legends like David Howard Thornton and Kane Hodder and Ken Foree. So the list is amazing. It's really balanced out with a lot of horror, pop culture, and just really cool stuff. So Kansas City
oh,
Crypticon, guys. That's going to be
there's a
the
lot for
27th through the
everyone.
29th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots for everybody.
If you get bored at Crypticon, if you get bored at Crypticon Kansas City, then there's something wrong with you. It's
There's
going
no
to be
way
a
you
fun.
can. There's no
No,
way you can.
no, no. There's so much to do. The celebrities are great and they're one thing, but the vendors that come into Kansas City and also to Minneapolis come with some of the coolest stuff. They make me have to step up my game to keep up with what they bring because they
Oh
do.
yeah.
You guys got some amazing vendors at both places.
Well, and those of us that work the con spend more money just going around to the vendors. Like
Oh yeah.
because
Oh
they
yeah.
bring cool stuff.
Well, my buddy, always forget his name, who brings his haunted truck and stuff. He's at both of them. I hope he's doing well. What's his name?
See,
He always brings the girls with them, and I try to shaved head,
oh,
raspy
I'm so
voice.
bad. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
So
terrible with
bad.
names.
He's the sweetest guy. And I met him only like in Kansas City the first time
Really,
I was
he's one of
there.
those guys I always see everywhere, and he comes to the table
Yeah.
all the time, and always
Yep.
trying to get a deal. But I got to give it to him because he's always buying stuff. So,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
yeah. So I love that man. I hope he comes with a big wallet if you're watching. But yeah, I'm so excited. The family's excited. The area, the buzz is in the air for Crypticon Kansas City. It's going to be. I mean, they've had some great years. I got a feeling this is going to be the biggest one for sure.
Yeah,
I think the
it's going to
turnout's
be
going to
huge.
be huge. I think it's going to
I
have a
know
good
people are
turnout.
really, really looking forward to David Howard Thornton being there.
He's
He
always
was in
looked forward.
Minneapolis year quite a while back. It was right when Terrifier, the first one, started catching some real buzz and started moving. He was up here in Minneapolis, and he's an amazing guy. He's very intelligent. He holds great conversations with people. So if anybody watching gets a chance to go meet him, do it. It's
And
totally
him and
worth it.
Beatrice are in a movie coming up. Beatrice Buckley, The Dead Place.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
I've had a chance to meet him. Very, very nice guy. I got a cool picture where he's trying to kill me with the Freddy glove. But yeah, he was really cool, really nice. I know Beatrice loves him to death, and they stay in
Yeah.
contact a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah, people are gonna love to see him. Like you said, he plays the scariest clown out there. He's kind of the king of the room. But as a person, when you talk to him, it couldn't be any less scary, any more nice. Just a great
Right,
guy. And there's a
right.
reason the fans love him. He embraces the fans, and he has a lot of fun with the fans, and I think that's great. And speaking of the Terrifier, the was it last year? No, it was the year before. I sat with Lauren Rivera right next to me at Minneapolis, and that was really
Oh,
cool. She
she's
was
another
sweet. She was
person
so
that's
nice.
so nice. Her
Yeah, she was.
husband is a great guy too.
Yeah,
Really nice.
we talked about her family a lot, and that's a big part of her. And I was surprised, like, I didn't realize she had a family, so I learned a lot. We sat together, right next to each other, had some good talks, and watching her with the fans. I mean, all of them that I've seen with the fans, all the Terrifier casts are really cool with the fans, and they,
They're a
because it's so new
pretty
and
good
fresh
group.
for a lot of them, and you can see it in their eyes. I love seeing like celebrities when they're just getting into cons and start getting to meet the fans, how excited they get with it. There's just a real, and all of them still do, but there's just a difference when it's like their first few conventions or their first bigger convention. It's like you can just
Yeah,
see the joy in their face and their eyes and in the moment how
absolutely.
much it means to them.
Well, and those folks from the Terrifier movies are one of the nicest group of people. I mean, they're so much fun. And Jenna Cannell, who was Tara in the first Terrifier movie, I met her and was excited to meet her down in Kansas City. And we talked and talked and talked and told her about the Mall of America because they were coming up to Minneapolis also for Crypticon. And she ended up telling me when she got to Minneapolis that they did end up spending an afternoon at the Mall of America and she had a blast.
I haven't even had a chance to get them all America. I'm usually so busy. By the time I'm done setting up and everything, I'm just ready for a nap.
Shame on you.
Yeah, well, this I got a better setup. Like each year, I've gotten better. When I first started setting up, it'd take me like 15 hours to set up. It was ridiculous. Now I can get it done in a few hours. I've actually got it down pretty good.
Well, see, good.
Yeah.
Less stress.
Well, yeah. Keep it cool. Less stress, less work. I enjoy working, but not like that. I want to enjoy it this week. So I got this year. So got some really cool stuff, some really cool setups that'll be fairly easy. Putting stuff like that and decorating, it's a lot of fun and cool, but it's not very hard. Avoid the small pieces, I've learned. Avoid the animatronics and the things that'll give me a headache and make me lose time. And just make sure I don't lose my keys. Usually losing my keys is what takes me the longest to get over.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, oh, it's bad.
Uh,
It's bad. It's bad. But I got my buddy Kenny coming. He keeps an eye. I call him the Hawk for a reason. He'll keep an
oh,
eye on those keys. I'll never lose them or my phone. So
there you
I'm
go.
very, very grateful for that. Very
There you
grateful.
go.
Yeah. I need to hire somebody at any convention to just keep an eye on my wallet, my keys. As long as I have those, I'm fine because every single year, at every single convention, at some point, I'm losing my phone or my keys.
Trust me, as a handler for Crypticon, that is something that I never thought I would have to do as part of my job description is handle one of the guests' personal items. Yeah, I worked with Noah Hathaway one year and he left his phone at the table. He would leave gifts from people at the table. Literally it was like, okay,
I
I
think my
felt like
mom
mom.
had two sons then. I must have a lost twin because it sounds exactly like me.
Yeah, you guys might be long lost relatives for some reason, but he was a riot to work with and a great guy, but he left his stuff everywhere. I was constantly going behind him, making sure things didn't get lost or left behind.
Well, at least it kept you busy, right?
True, very true.
Yeah. So I mean, you get to handle a lot of these celebrity guests and stuff. I mean, yeah, you've met so many cool ones, like you said. I mean, how big of a
It,
thrill is it for you? Like the first time, do you still remember the first guest you handled? And
it's a lot of fun. We've worked our way up, obviously, into a handler position. We started, just doing doors like everybody else, checking wristbands, things like that. Um, you just kind of work your way through it. And once everyone else at the con that works for the con, Chaz and those guys get to know you and get to know your habits and how you are with people, then, you get offered different positions. We've run fan panel rooms and then moved our way to handling, which is a really, really fun job. It's a lot of work. People think it's all fun, just sitting there with a celebrity all day and working with them, but it's a lot of work. It's an all day thing. You're with that same person all weekend long. You're their touchstone. So if they need something, um, you have to find it for them, which is fine. That's the deal. And you just hope and pray you get someone that's really easy to work with and very friendly and easygoing. And fortunately, everyone I've worked with is just the most wonderful.
Everybody
So,
knew who I was talking about. Clark. That was the person I couldn't remember his name, who always comes and supports. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm
oh yeah,
hoping.
yeah. Okay. Yep.
Let's see. I know we have some. Oh, you're speaking of Peter Anthony. Guys, if you guys haven't checked out Peter Anthony, he did Roseblood, and we just spoke about Lar Park Lincoln, and it's a great movie. If you get a chance, you can find it on YouTube. He's also working on a film called Laugh, um, with Terry Kaiser and
Great guy.
Steve Barton from the Terrifiers series. He's the producer on it. One of the great guys. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to meet Steve Barton, Uncle Creepy, but one of the
Right.
coolest, nicest, down to earth. So happy for his success. He's just one of those guys who deserves it. But Peter Anthony's doing some amazing things out there right now. I hope the knee's feeling good. But guys, if you've never heard of Peter Anthony, which it's hard to believe, check him out. Follow him on Facebook, and yeah, the Laugh movie's looking like it's going to be really good. He worked a lot on the Vengeance 1 and 2 with C.J. Graham, also with Tom Matthews, reprising their roles. So Peter's out there doing some really, really cool things filmmaking. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I was gonna we did some art even for Pete. I gotta find it. I'm gonna send it to him. We did a little Doomsday's Crypt Roseblood crossover. So I want to get that to him. Yeah, he knows what piece I'm talking about. But yeah, Crypticon Kansas City, amazing. Now this one, you got your feet in the door for you're raring to go. And when is Crypticon Minnesota again?
It is September 12th to the 14th.
Okay, here we're gonna pull up the celebrity list there. Here we go. All
Yeah, I
right.
hate that we're missing each other this year. Like you're going to be at
I know.
one and I'm going to be at the other.
I know my parents are too, and they really wanted to come on and say hi, but it's so late for them. But they really, really wanted to say hi to you. And they're definitely going to miss you. We're all going to miss you this year. We're going to miss you tons. And, look at this list, though, you guys got going here. And we're just starting off Revenge of the Nerds. Them
Uh,
being out at conventions right now, I think is awesome. And they're
I
so
am
fun, and you can
so
see they're
jazzed.
so close. They're so close together. Were you a huge Revenge of the Nerds fan growing up?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I am so jazzed about this. You can't even, it is like the big thing for Richard and I.
I can only imagine. Like I said, for me, in Kansas City. I'm so excited for the Police Academy people, and some of the same ones. Some of the people will be meeting in Kansas City also be in Minneapolis, like Warwick Davis, Tony Cox, and Phil Fondacaro. Christian Serratos, is she still going to be at Minneapolis? I know she had to
As,
change her schedule.
as far as what I've heard, she's still going to be here, but that could change, I'm sure. But haven't
Anything
heard
can change.
differently. So
But you guys always got a plan B, plan C, plan D. I mean,
yeah,
you guys got it. And then you got a
Chaz is
great,
on top of
yeah, Chaz has got the man with the plan. And then you got a
it.
great Friday the 13th Part 6 reunion going right
Yes.
that weekend. We just spoke about Vengeance. That's Peter Anthony was a big part of Vengeance 1 and 2. CJ plays Elias Voorhees. He plays Jason's
Nice.
dad, which is really cool. And
That
that's a
is
film
very
by
cool.
Jason Brooks. Another one on YouTube. I really love it because Part 6 was my first Friday the 13th. And You know, the
That was
Jarvis
your
story really hits home. So I love The Vengeance.
wow.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I have
Vengeance
not.
by Jason Brooks.
I have
I'll
not.
send you the
So,
link. You'll have to watch it. It's
okay.
really good. CJ
I'll have
plays
to
a
check
great
it out.
role. Ken
Absolutely.
Forey and Bill Moseley. You can't, I'm psyched they're at. Oh, well, Bill's not at Kansas City, but Ken is. But if you guys haven't met Bill Moseley, oh man, what a cool celebrity to meet. You guys not only have top tier celebrity guests, you got some of the coolest people. Anyone I've met that's on this list has been like some of my favorite people to meet, and they're just so awesome. Bill Moseley's up there with, one of my favorites to see, and I'm glad he's doing well. Especially a couple years ago, I was at the event where he got hit by the bicycle on a trail.
Yes. That
Yeah.
was yeah.
Oh, it was scary because it was like I've I've seen Bill a few times and I've met him briefly, and always a real nice guy. And I saw him with Tom Matthews and a few other people at the bar, and they weren't out late. They weren't, and then he wasn't there the following day. And then I spoke with the promoter, and I was like shocked. And he seems
Yeah.
like he's doing great. Like I couldn't even tell like his effects aren't there. I saw him at Tulsa HorrorCon last year.
Oh yeah,
So he's doing really,
absolutely.
really well. Yeah. And
Yeah.
luckily he takes good care of himself. You got the Friday 6 reunion, like we said. Tom, he was at Kansas City last year, Tom. Darcy DeMoss, I haven't had a chance to meet her. She's one guest I really want to meet at some point. Samara Lee from Annabelle. Um, Andre Gower, Monster Squad reunion. You got to be excited about that one, too.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
People are super pumped about that one.
Oh yeah, they're so popular. And then Return of the Living Dead, like I said, I was fortunate to do panels in Memphis, and I got to sit down with all these guys on a panel. Alan Troutman, awesome guy. Beverly Randolph, amazing. Miguel Nunez. If you've never met Miguel Nunez, that man is definitely a showman. He is full of energy, a lot of fun, super funny too. I mean, he played some funny roles, and he's a funny guy in person as well. Um,
I'll have to
so
make a point to go say hello to him.
yeah, well, I mean, Tom Matthews, you got, and you couldn't ask for a cooler dude. Tom's one of the most down to earth blue collar guys. If you didn't know he was Tommy Jarvis, he's just a regular dude you'd walk up to, and like him and my dad can talk for hours. Him and my dad got along pretty well, talking some construction. You got Carrie Payton going. You
Oh
got
yeah.
Jewel Shepard from Return of the Living Dead. She's the one cast member I haven't had a chance to meet. John Philbin, one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. He's cool as anything. Children of the Corn. I got to sit across from him when he was with the cast there, and then I got to meet him several times. And just such a really, really nice guy. And then you got Alp Gillis, you got the Monster Squad. Then you got Aliens. Speaking of Aliens, I'll give a shout out for that on Friday at noon or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the Alien Xenomorph from 1986. My good friend Carl Tube coming on the co-host, and we're going to be talking to a super fan, Frederick Gustafson. And he's going to be showing us some real cool stuff. He gave me a little sneak
Oh
peek. I think
nice.
fans are going to really enjoy that one. That's an early show. And if you guys don't know who Carl is, he was the alien xenomorph that you see in Aliens 1986 and couldn't be a nicer guy. So I'm excited to bring him on the show again. And yeah. Oh, now I've been talking to these guys. They seem like great guys. James Pax, the Electric Man from, I forget what they say. The Storm of the Three Storms, I think it was. The guy who was basically the inspiration for Raiden in Mortal Kombat is going to
James
be
Pax
there.
was lightning. Yeah, James
Lightning,
was lightning.
yeah, Lightning, which
Yep.
was basically what turned into Raiden in the Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat games. I
yeah.
mean, they definitely ripped it off. But yeah, I'm excited to see the Big Trouble in Little China cast going. Then you got Donald Lee as well. I think the fans are going to be stoked for it. And if anybody has never seen Big Trouble in Little China, it's by John Carpenter. I mean, he's got Halloween, The Thing, and then Big Trouble in Little China are my top three favorite movies.
I don't know how anyone could not have ever seen that movie. I
Oh,
mean,
so good.
it's just one of those movies.
So good. So good. I'm so glad that you guys are having him come and that they're new to the conventions. And I'm bummed out. The 1 year I'm not going to Crypticon. Two people I'm looking forward to meeting, and I hope, I'm sure I will at some point at a convention. You guys got going, so I'm very envious. I'm very sad. I'm going to be missing Crypticon Minneapolis, but anybody who's going to Crypticon Minneapolis this year is in for a treat. And
Now you
that
did miss
is,
a few people on the Minnesota list.
I did. Oh, there's some missing on it.
Yeah. We're
Oh,
having Belinda Belaski. If you
ooh.
don't know who she is, she was in The Howling with Dee Wallace as her best friend. We're having
Oh, I know
Dee
who she is.
coming back. Dee Wallace will be
Every
here. And
she
Joe
was.
Dante.
Yes, Joe, and you
So,
guys, they're always at Crypticon. It seems like they alternate Kansas City and Minneapolis, and they're always
yeah.
great guests, and they're
Yep.
always fan
Yep.
favorites. Always, Dee Wallace is so loved by everybody, and Joe
She
Dante, I mentioned.
she is one of those people that Richard and I have fallen in love with. Like a couple of years ago, she was here in Minneapolis. Her and Danny Pintaro came up and were here a year during the strike when they couldn't really talk about a whole lot of things. But we hooked the two of them up with a friend of ours who has a local TV talk show, and they went on his show. And she is one of his favorite people. His favorite movie is E.T. And so to have her on his television show was a really big deal for everybody, and it was so much fun. And we got to hang out with Dee and get to know her pretty well. And then she was in Kansas City the following year, and now she's coming back to Minneapolis. So really excited to see her again.
You guys, and every convention has a favorite that, like a fan favorite that you guys have a great relationship with. And
Yeah,
like I said,
yeah,
these usually in every other year at each one of them, and
yeah.
the fans just absolutely love it. I found out that one of my coworkers, they always tell me the story. Her uncle was, I guess, in Cujo. So she's always like, I'm here like next time that Dee's in. She was last year. So hopefully she's at Kansas City this year and she can talk about her uncle. Give her something, it's something interesting. Because a lot of these people that they've never been to a convention. You'd think everybody, like we know the conventions we've gone, but a lot of people get a little nervous or they don't know about them. And
Sure.
it's an addiction. I mean, my mom and dad, I say it all the time. I would never guess that we'd be bonding over conventions right now. Like it's just not something I would have expected ever
Right.
from my parents. Like
Right.
you asked me as a kid, I'm like, you're out of your freaking mind.
Yeah. Well,
But I think,
Crypticon was the very first convention I had ever been to, was a Crypticon. Richard found a flyer at one of our local Halloween stores, Spirit Halloween, grabbed the flyer, brought it home because Chris Sarandon was one of the guests.
oh,
And he knew I had a huge crush on him. And I said, we have to go. We absolutely have to go. I think it was the third year of Crypticon. And we went, and I just fell in love with the convention. We hadn't quite gotten to know people that worked for it yet, but within the next couple of years, we knew a bunch of people that worked the convention, and it just became a routine to go every year. And we've been
and then
there ever
before
since.
you know it, you're involved and
Yeah,
you're helping out and you're the staple of Crypticon. Like there's certain people that to me, I know I'm going to see or I look forward to seeing. You and Richard are definitely there. And then, of course, Clark, I mean, Chaz, his
oh
family, the
yeah.
security team. I always say it a lot, but I love your head of security. He's such a cool dude. He's always down to earth.
Those guys work so hard to keep
They do it.
everyone safe and keep the thing running smooth. I mean, the security team never gets enough love. They really don't.
Well, I
And
saw
they're
the
good
post.
guys.
I had to give them love because I mean, they work like you said so hard, and they keep everybody safe. They keep all the vendors. They feel very comfortable that they're looking out for everything when
Yep.
the doors close or anything. And you guys have Chaz has assembled such a great team. A great team of family. So you know, I'm
He
not
really has,
surprised.
and
You
we
know,
keep bringing more people in. So, we're always looking for good people who like to have fun, but also, take it seriously too, because it is a job, sort of. But we like to make it fun too.
yeah. Oh, and the guy from Basket Case.
Oh, yes.
That's such a great
Yes,
movie.
yes.
I love it. I love Basket Case. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I got to do a rewatch on that. I got
Richard has Richard has been constantly giving me a hard time about that because
to.
years ago I had him record all three Basket Case movies for me. And at this time, it's when on your VCR you had to watch what you were recording,
Yep.
and he cannot stand those movies.
He's not a
He
fan.
No, not at all. And so he's been giving me a hard time. He's like, "Well, do we
Well,
have to rewatch those?"
I think that shows the love and the reason you guys have been together. He loves you enough to watch something he just despises just for you.
He does.
He's a
He
great.
is not a horror fan. He likes suspense, he likes thrillers, but not like the gore or anything like that. He would absolutely not watch Terrifier. That I will not make him sit through because I know he would probably end up in the bathroom sick. But he goes every year because of the people, you
Yeah.
know?
Are you kind of say it's kind of like my mom said, there he is, the man. What is up, dude?
How's it going, John?
It's going good, man. I'm trying not to cry that I'm not going to see you guys this year in Minneapolis. I'm super bummed, man.
Well, hopefully you can make it to Chicago and meet us there.
Yeah, you guys were talking about it. I think I'm going to try to do that. I when is that again? The
Uh,
Chicago one you're
May
going to?
August.
August 14th, I
And
believe it
yeah, I
says.
don't have anything in August, so I might just either fly or rent a vehicle and
Feel
put some
free to
miles.
join us.
I think I'm gonna, man. I'll look into it. As soon as I'm done, yeah, I'm gonna look into hotels and stuff, and I'll come down and see you.
When you when you're at Crypticon, did you ever meet one of the guests named John Borowski?
I haven't, no.
He's an author and a documentarian, and
Oh yeah.
he just released a 8-part documentary on John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, nice.
He he is literally all things serial killers. He has a show on streaming and
You know what?
things
I
on
may have met him. I'd have to see
serial
him.
killer culture. He's fabulous.
And it's nice because when we're down there, he's going to give us a tour of John Wayne Gacy's stops,
Oh wow.
like
So
where
he
the
has
house that the bodies were stored there, where some of the places that he worked on,
Yeah.
various little elements of John Wayne Gacy's life in the Chicagoland area.
that's super cool. Yeah, and you know what? It'll
Yeah.
be cool to go to an event and just hang out and not have to worry about a table. Although
Yes, that would
I
be
do wonder
great because then we'd
what my
actually get to spend more time with you.
Exactly.
I could use a weekend hanging out with friends. I don't get a chance to go and hang out, and
We
yeah,
would love to have you join us.
I'm definitely gonna look. I'm gonna look into a hotel, and I'll plan on coming out there because
Sounds
Chicago's not
good.
that far. I think it's only like 5 or 6 hours or something.
Right. Okay. Because it's just north of Chicago, about 10 miles
In Rosemont.
in Rosemont, Illinois. It's near the Donald T. Stevens Convention Center.
I'm gonna get it all down. I'll look up hotels and stuff, and I'll plan on doing that and getting a
Please do.
weekend vacation for sure. For sure, I'd like to do that. I think that'd be a
Yeah,
lot of
I think
fun,
it'll be fun.
especially since I'm not going to see you guys if I don't do that in 2025.
Right.
So
Right.
We need our yearly fix.
I'm with you. Like I said, I'm definitely going to be looking into that. I'm excited about it. I'm
Let's
excited
do it.
about Kansas City. I know you
Yeah,
guys are.
absolutely. I'm still kind of bummed that you're going to have Glamgoria down there with you, and I'm not going to be there to meet her and see her stuff.
I know.
But
I know. You know what?
yeah.
Like I said, we're going to get a package of stuff for you. She's got some
Oh,
really cool stuff. I'll buy a couple things from her, and we're going to send it out to you.
That'd
you're
be fun.
sweet. That's cool.
And I'll send Richard a copy of Basket Case. I'll do that.
That's your what?
He'll send you a copy of Basket Case.
Oh, gee, thanks. I had to
I'm a
sit through
thoughtful
all
guy. I'm a
3
thoughtful
episodes.
guy.
I just shared
Look,
that story.
everybody knows Richard, you know, and you got friends out here. Mark Stella saying hi to you, and
Oh,
Natalie.
Everybody's
It's some
saying
great
hi.
people. I'm looking forward to seeing
is that a
Brandon.
good thing or good thing or a bad thing that people know who I am?
I think it's a good thing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if they said, "Oh, it's Richard," it would have been a little
Oh,
different. But it's
no.
Richard with exclamation points is a good thing.
Oh, okay. I thought it said, "Oh, Richard," and then for instance, it said, "Oh, shit."
Well, I wish I could talk to you guys all night. I am going to be looking into Chicago. We got
Definitely.
a early morning. I got to get up at 6. Usually I'm up at 7.
Well, don't forget, if you forget the information, just let us know and we'll send you the information.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm gonna plan on being there. I don't have anything in August right now that I can think of. No, yeah. So yeah, I'll head
Now,
down to Chicago.
Well, we got to make this quick. So.
did Meredith tell you some of the guests that are going to be down there?
Yeah. No, we're not going to talk about that right now.
Oh,
Though. We'll talk later about that.
okay.
Which one? The Chicago one?
Yeah.
I
We're
know
going
there's
to the
some
Fan
great ones.
Expo there.
I know
So,
there's some great ones, so I'm excited. And then
yeah.
you know what? When I get everything situated, we're going to Chicago. We'll talk about our trip and everything like that. We'll catch up
Sounds
Absolutely.
good.
Absolutely.
and share with all these awesome people. And then, you know, when Minnesota's over, or even after Crypticon, we're going to talk about how great each one of those events were, and
Oh yeah,
talk about
Sounds
our
good.
favorite things.
for sure.
But I miss
Definitely.
you guys. Chat.
Miss you
I love
too.
you guys to death. Me and Meredith have been wanting to talk about Crypticon for a little bit.
Yes.
Not this weekend, next weekend, Crypticon Kansas City, guys. If you're in the area,
Absolutely.
you don't want to miss this event. It's amazing. And then,
It'll be amazing because you're there.
oh, no. It's amazing because of all the amazing people. It's going to be a little lonelier just because you guys aren't in Kansas City.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'll be missing you guys in spirit in Minnesota, but we're going to plan on Chicago so I can run into you guys. So we'll get
Sounds good.
a
but
fix.
yeah, have a safe trip at KC, and
Yeah.
Give our best to everybody, please.
Oh, I will. You know, my mom and dad already said hi. They were going to jump in, but it's late for them to do that. And they think the world of you guys as well. And they love the Crypticon family too. And
we'll
maybe I
definitely
can,
give them our love.
Yes,
I
give
will.
them both
Maybe
big hugs and kisses from us, please.
I'll see if I can convince them to come out to Chicago to hang out with us too.
That would be fun too.
There we go.
We'll see.
There you
Now,
go.
just keep in mind it's 2 floors too.
That's all right. My
But they
mom
have
can jump. My mom could jump. We'll put some like a raising machine so she can just get kind of scooped up there. We'll figure it out.
that works.
There we go. Perfect.
But I love you guys. I miss you guys. Thank you guys so much, chat. And don't forget, Friday at noon, we got the
Yes.
Alien Xenomorph, Carl Toop, and we're going to be sitting with Superfan. I think this is awesome. Carl's doing it to sit down with a fan who's been incredibly supportive and has an amazing Xenomorph and Predator collection. So you don't want to miss it, especially if you're into aliens and
That's gonna be
Predator.
great.
He's got
Yeah.
probably one of the sickest collections I've seen. So that's
Nice.
1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. my time, Friday. And until next time, guys, I will see you soon. Peace out.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.